You are watching ILFL Soccer Nights.
Sponsored by Hawk and Eagle.
Welcome back. You're watching ILFL Soccer Night live on NTV. We've just run through the league semi-final of the League Cup and obviously the Premiership and the First Division games. We've got the important task of running through the Vets League. So, Nanu, if I can pass over to you.
Sure, thanks, Kamruz. We'll start with the last week's results for the Veterans League. If you see on your screen, Saya Vets 0 and Bromley Legends 1. Tower Hamlets Vets 1, Abohani Vets 1, Shadwell Masters 7, Western Vets 1, Bernardo Legends 1, St. Catherine's Vets 1, Luton Bury Park Vets 3 and BYM 0, and London Tiger Vets 6, with Beaumont scoring only 2 goals.
I think the important game for us to discuss and focus there, Nanu, is the Tower Hamlets versus Abohani. So let's talk.
Okay, before we talk about Nuru being crowned the champions of the Veterans League with his Tower Hamlets teams, let's go back to the beginning of the season and talk about some of the things that we mentioned. So the stuff that we mentioned were London Tigers or Abohani winning the league title. But after the first week, we put Tower Hamlets in the equation because we saw things that other people didn't see. There was obviously an uproar. People were questioning, well, how can Tower Hamlets, formerly known as Bethnal Green, win the Veterans title?
Yeah, particularly finishing quite poorly the season before. So
that's right. Yeah, they couldn't
see the dramatic change and the improvement.
Yeah, they couldn't even pull off a team together. This season has seen a massive improvement, and I'm sure Nurul has worked really hard for it. So the things that we saw from the offset was confidence amongst the individual players, the trust that they had, and the changing tactics, together with the diversity that they have, with different kind of skills put together into a one formidable element or entity, should I say.
Well, let's bring Nurul into that one. Nurul, we know that the first season for anybody is quite difficult because you don't know how the league is, how your players are, how your team is. You did pretty poorly in the first season. Obviously, you've done the right work. You've got a stronger team, and like Nanu said, that game against Abohani was the grand finale. And by drawing that game, you've actually been crowned the champions of the ILFL and Sonaliothith Veterans League, sponsored by Hawk and Eagle Property Consultants. What difference did you make, and what did the players and the team give you?
I mean, talking about last season, I mean, when we started putting a veterans team in the ILFL Veterans League, we didn't know it was going to be that competitive. We just thought, it's just a kickabout, get there, play, go home. I mean, as soon as we realised it's getting really competitive, we had to add the players that we have around us to bring in the firepower and to compete with the likes of London Tigers, the likes of Shadwell. I mean, this season, if you look at the results, you could look at Shadwell where they are in the league table, but I'm not,
Well, let's take a look at the league table, so that you can refer to them. If you look at the screen, you can see the league table with the Tower Hamlets sitting at the top. Okay, I'll let you carry on.
I mean, if you look at the league table, you've got Tower Hamlets, Abohani, London Tigers, Bromley and Shadwell. Look at the point differences. If any of these teams slid in any way, we could have been, if you look at Abohani and Tigers, it's just a point. If you look at Tower Hamlets and us, it's just another 2 points there. I mean, you look at Bromley, which they was a late starter in the league this season. If they started off earlier, the way they're playing and the way they finished off playing, I mean, they could have been fighting for the first, second as well, or third. And
I was going to just add, obviously, first, congratulations winning the Vets League itself. I think a massive, thanks to, you made it really competitive. I think the last game was the best game when I watched Abohani and Tamlets. I think that's the best Abohani played. And I think in terms of Hamlets, I think offensively you were one of the best teams. And also looking at the defence, you only conceded 3 goals in 11 games. That's a massive achievement. And I think
best defence in the league.
I think you have to give credit as well because you had a lot of players. They're quite skillful players.
They are skillful. Yeah.
Where do they come from, or how did you get these guys?
I mean, that's what I'm sure you know. I've got a futsal team as well, and most of the boys obviously they've been playing futsal for 5-6 years of their life, like professionally, and most of them retired. I mean, if you look at my players, I think I've got about 2 of the futsal players are now currently playing my team, but they're 36, 37. The rest of them are like 48, 49. I mean, I got one of the players that's there is about 49, reaching to 50.
Still playing?
Still playing, you know, so...
I think you deservedly won, because I think after week 3 we all saw the team you put up, and I think everyone said, wow, that is a team going to win the league, and obviously you proved the point. But massive congratulations to Abu Hani, also finishing second place, unbeaten. I think that goes to show how competitive it is.
Right. I mean,
both teams unbeaten and finished the season.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, I'm really, to see what Abu Hani has done, you know, I see them as a champion of the league in a sense, because they fought everyone. I mean, they played us twice. They drew twice with us as well. Yeah. I mean, they played London Tigers. They played Shadwell. I mean, the last game that we played with them, we were under pressure, not them. Yeah, knowing that we only needed a draw.
Yeah, that's another team that's improved immensely, because last season they finished bottom of the league, and I think it was Gulshan or Khalil who said to us, watch us next season. And surely, look how dramatically they've improved.
They've improved, yeah.
It's a massive, massive improvement. And I think the league in general, Jen, I'm sure we've been following the league very, very closely. We'll agree. The league is what it is because of those 4 or 5 teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
The likes of London Tigers, who obviously wherever they go, they'll be one of the favourites.
I mean, they were the
favourites. They were favourites here to begin with as well.
I mean, another thing there as well, if you don't mind me saying, where a few comments have come up regarding Tower Hamlets and London Tigers, that regarding the player-wise, we're not recruiting from the Bengali community, which we've always asked for. I mean, if you look at Albani, 7 of the players are all Bengali, and for them to compete with Tigers, with Tower Hamlets,
it's a great achievement.
Exactly. So
fantastic achievement.
So
for me, it's about your own team. It's about the best players. It doesn't matter what you are. If you're good enough to play, you play in the team, and that's it. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you can see from Albani, one slip, they could have won the league.
Yeah.
Nurubai, I know because of your injury, you've not been attending the Vets games, but I know someone like you always keeps tabs of it.
Oh, definitely.
What's your comment on that league table and everything happening?
There's something about the ILFL, not only the Vets, even the normal league, it is so competitive. That one game or one loss or one draw makes or breaks that season. Okay? As you said, Tower Hamlets and Abu Hani haven't lost a game this year, but Abu Hani still finished second just by that one draw.
And
Tigers finished third just by that one loss.
The very first loss.
Okay. So now, as Noor said, all the way down to Bromley, any could have been done it. So that the top 5. The top 5 in the Premier Division, the top 5 in the First Division, it's that close. Right? It's so competitive, it's unbelievable. I've never seen a league that competitive. Normally one team just walks away with everything, but the ILFL, anybody can do it. The top 5, anybody can do it. That's why it's so competitive.
That's right.
Very well done to Tower Hamlets and Abu Hani Vets, who have equalled Bernardo Legends' record of last season, of finishing the whole season without a single loss. So well done to everybody. St. Catherine's, BY West End, it was your first season this season, so better luck next season, and I'm sure you'll improve and strengthen up. Nanu, just a quick few words before I go into the fixtures for next season.
That's right. Well, this Thursday we've got the cup final, Saya versus London Tigers. So there's something for London Tigers to salvage. Tigers are, as we know, an excellent team, but Saya have improved and come a very long way. The word around the streets is that Tigers are expected to beat Saya, but Saya have surprised everyone by going to the finals and ending the season at 6th place, just above Beaumont and Bernardo's. So that says a lot, and I think it's not going to be a walk in the park for Tigers, and I think Saya has got something up their sleeves and something for Tigers to watch out for, and we urge everyone to get there for 9 o'clock start.
Thank you, Nanu. As you can see on the screen, the final of the ILFL and Somali Veterans League, sponsored by Hawk and Eagle Property Consultants, is between London Tigers and Saya. It should be a cracking game. If you're free, get yourself down to Mabley Green for 8:45 p.m. because the kickoff is at 9 p.m. and also parking is quite difficult there. I just want to quickly point out one stat on the league table. If you look at the top 5 teams from Tower Hamlets to Shadwell, if you take a look at the column that says A for against, you can see that the finishing of that team is precisely according to their defence. So Tower Hamlets at the top with 3 goals conceded, Abu Hani with 5 goals conceded, Tigers with 7 goals conceded, Bromley with 8 goals conceded, and Shadwell with 9 goals conceded. It's just one of those stats I thought I'd share with yourselves. Right, okay, on to the first division, and if you take a look at the screen, the games are between Tower Hamlets and SCTA, Stepney versus Weavers, Leytonstone versus Lotus, Badet versus Illtown, St Catherine's versus Bow, West End versus Bromley Juniors. The two games that are quite crucial on that list there are Tower Hamlets, SCTA, and West End versus Bromley Juniors, because Tower Hamlets and West End are both fighting for that top spot. In the Premiership, there are only 3 games, and those games are Newark versus Brick Lane, Stepney versus Beaumont, and Sire versus Island. What's your prediction for Stepney versus Beaumont? Rashid, knowing that Stepney need the points to come second?
I think last time we played, it was a 3-all draw. So I think both teams, again, Beaumont want to continue around this. So far this year, they're on a good run, and Stepney obviously want to keep the momentum going into their semi-final in the Champions Cup. So I'm sure both teams are going to give 100%, and it's always a good game between these two. So I'm looking forward to the game. Great.
As you know, we've discussed in the show many times some of the forthcoming projects for the ILFL. If you take a look at the screen, the ILFL Super Cup and the Legends Cup on the Unity Day is on the 13th and 20th of April. There are still places left for both cups. If you're interested, the numbers are on the screen. The poster is on the website, ilfl.org. We've got obviously the long-awaited and the eagerly awaited Summer League, which is starting in May. I think there are 16 teams that have confirmed. So it looks like the ILFL will have to do a 3rd division and maybe get 8 more teams in, because the demand is quite high. So again, if you want to join the Summer League, which is an open league for adults over 16 male, it's open to all backgrounds, all cultures. It's not just close to one community. So again, the details are on the screen on the poster, and also if you want more details, go to the website at ilfl.org. And the final poster there is the UK Bangladesh Championship, which is organised by the ILFL, the Shapla League in Birmingham, and the MK Galacticos in Milton Keynes. Now, as it happens, the host for this season are MK Galacticos in Milton Keynes. So, and this competition is only for it's only for invitation. It's by invitation only for invited teams. So there is a lot happening. I want to thank Nurul Bhai, thank Nurul for coming on the show, thank Nanu and Rashid for also coming on. Thank everybody at the back for doing all the technical work. Thank you for watching. Good night, stay safe and stay healthy.